you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And sense into what it is that brought you here today. Perhaps what role are you fulfilling? Perhaps you're not in a specific role, but receiving today. And I invite you to let a quality of the divine really just rise up in your consciousness. Like, what is it that you are bringing here today? What do you want to embody and express? And I invite you to speak that word into this space now. And so what I know is that there is only one. It is the one power, one presence, one infinite mind that is in, through, and as all of life. And it is every quality that was just named. It is divine peace, welcome, joy. It is love and harmony and grace. It is divine right order unfolding in every moment. And as it is all, I know that is what I am. I know that is what each one who has gathered here is, that these qualities are the fabric of our being, that they are being expressed through everything that we do, everything that we say. And so knowing that this is so, I speak a word of blessing over all that is unfolding as New Vision Center for Spiritual Living Sunday service. Every aspect, from the first ones on campus today, bringing in the plants, opening the doors, turning on the lights, setting the sound and the stage and the munch and mingle for afterwards, that every aspect that is already in play now is a blessing to each member of the community, whether it is their first time coming today or long-time members, that the youth and family is blessed, the stream team, Reverend Leslie as she speaks today, Riley, our guest artist, that it is good in action, it is love in action unfolding in each moment. And so I know that everything does unfold perfectly for the highest and best of each individual and the collective divine. I know that it is all good, and I simply give thanks in this moment for knowing it is already so, that even as I speak these words now, it is already being made manifest. So we simply let this word go. We let it be, and together we say, and so it is. Go team. Good morning, New Vision Center. Happy Sunday. I'm Rachel Sartori. It is my honor to lead this time of pre-service meditation. And so in this moment, just let yourself be here. Let whatever came before this moment be what it was. Let whatever comes next arrive when it's time. And for right now, know that whatever is present for you, whatever emotions are rising up for you right now, are welcome right here. That there's nothing else to do for the next 15 minutes, but to just be in the presence of divine love and ease and grace. So I'm going to lead us in a time of silence. I'll start with words clearly, and then I'll simply let there be the space of silence where you can go within in whatever way is just right for you. Perhaps it's to gently affirm a word or a phrase. Perhaps it is to simply be aware of your breath. But again, know that however you are in this moment is just right. And so to open our time, I have a meditation from Ernest Holmes from the Science of Mind text in the Meditations. And this one is called The House of Love. And so as I read this, I invite you to just let the words land for you, and then we'll move into a time of silence. So if you haven't already, I invite you to go ahead and gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Connect with your breath as you breathe in and out. And hear these words. I dwell in the house of love. My dwelling place is filled with peace and eternal calm. Love attends me in my home of the soul, and joy awaits upon me in the secret place of the Most High. My house is built for me by the hand of love, and I shall never leave this home of the Spirit, for it is always present. I shall abide in this home forevermore. My house is a house of love. And if you notice your mind drifting, with so much gentleness and compassion, bring your awareness back to your breath, to this moment, to the peace and eternal calm that is available now. So now just softly beginning to bring your awareness back to this moment. No hurry, no rush. Hear this meditation again. I dwell in the house of love. My dwelling place is filled with peace and eternal calm. Love attends me in my home of the soul, and joy awaits upon me in the secret place of the Most High. My house is built for me by the hand of love, and I shall never leave this home of the Spirit, for it is always present. I shall abide in this home forevermore. My house is a house of love. And now, my friends, as you're ready, take a deep breath in and out, perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes, and then gently opening your eyes to our shared space. I simply want to say thank you for letting me be part of your time this morning. Blessings to you today. Namaste.
Good morning, beloveds. We invite you to settle in, take your seats, and allow your attention to come fully into this moment for these invitations. We are blessed by your presence today.
Buenos dias. My name is Ricardo. Welcome to New Vision Center. I'm here to share ways to connect, learn, and be inspired. Here's a quick look at the good happening here at this wonderful center. It is that. Travel has a remarkable way of opening our hearts, expanding our perspectives, and awakening something deep within us. Whether we journey across continents, walk an ancient pilgrimage, or simply explore the landscape of our own souls, every journey has the potential to transform us. Join us this Wednesday evening, July 29th, in the Social Hall for an inspiring evening with Bill Sneed, Megan Metcalf, and Deneen Carter as they share stories, insights, and reflections on the spiritual nature of travel. Through their experiences, you'll discover how travel can become a sacred practice, inviting greater presence, wonder, and connection with the divine. Come early and enjoy our optional potluck beginning at 6, and then settle in for the program at 6:30. Speaking of divine connection, did you know that we facilitate a meditation every morning, Monday through Friday on Zoom? Did you also know that meditation, especially starting your day off, creates rhythm, connection, belonging, and spiritual discipline? The morning meditation meets at 7 a.m. in our main Zoom room, and the practice is 15 minutes, and it's free. See you there. Spiritual practice can be powerful and life-changing, but growth doesn't always happen as quickly or as easily as we like. True. I mean, I get it. We want transformation, and we want it now right. Or right is the question, yes. Join Reverend Leslie a week from this Wednesday, August 5th, for a midweek spiritual connection called The Realities of Spiritual Practice. We will explore how spiritual practice really works and discover a simple truth that can help you make choices that support what matters most in your life. That's all the invitations today, but there's so much more good happening at NVC. Please review your Keep Me sheets to find out everything available to participate in. To register and learn more about all our offerings, please visit our website, calendar tab, or visit our in-person concierge table in the social hall. That's it for now. We have a great service coming up. You're invited to stand up for the community song if you are able.
No one else Good morning, New Vision Center. And a special good morning to our online campus. My name is Reverend Leslie Goodwin. I'm the Associate Minister here at the New Vision Center, and I'm delighted that every single one of you is taking time out of your week to spend it in community and in spiritual deepening. So we open up our service in a special way that utilizes the consciousness of absolutely everyone through all of time and space. And this is what it's going to look like. There will be a gong, there will be chanting, there will be prayer, there will be more chanting. And I just invite you to be present to how centered and ready you feel when we come back out of this experience and really kick service off. Are you ready? Let's do it.
And it is from this place of deep peace that I recognize that there is only one power, one presence that is that deep peace flowing right here and right now in this moment, that this one is the one infinite mind of God, grace, the essence of life. By any name, it is the allness of life itself. And as it is one, I know that all is included. All that is seen and unseen is of the one. There is nothing else. And so within this one, within this divine wholeness, all is working out for the highest and best of the one, expressing in infinite ways through all of life. And as I know that it is all there is, and as I am standing here now, I know that it is what I must be. That the allness of life is alive in every cell of my being right here and right now. That all of who I am is included in it. And as I know this so deeply for myself, I know this on behalf of each beloved that is gathered here, each beloved that is online, each beloved that listens, wherever in time and space, that each one is included. Every aspect of them is within the one, that there is nothing separate. There is nothing that can separate them from the deep love and peace and presence of the allness of life. And from this place of unity, I speak my word on behalf of each one gathered, that each one here receives exactly what their heart needs to hear, that each one is uplifted in that just right place that reminds them that they're okay, that they have enough, they are enough, that all is indeed well. That each edge that feels rough is softly smoothed by loving embrace of divine consciousness and love. All is well, all is included. And I am grateful to know this, that just as I speak this word, it is what is already unfolding. It can be no other way. And so with gratitude and confidence, I simply release this word into the action of universal law, which makes it so. I let it go, I let it be. And together we anchor this prayer by saying, and so it is.
Haven of peace, my haven of peace. Haven of peace, my haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace, into my inner haven of peace.
How does that peace feel? It feels wonderful to be part of that consciousness. And you created that. Thank you. We created that together. That sets the tone just perfect for our Sunday celebration today. My name is Ralph Potter, and it's a delight to be your host today at our Sunday celebration. We are an exciting community, and I hope you find that too. So much love here. I'd like to introduce you online, visitors, and everyone in the sanctuary to NVC and what we're all about. This is a very intentional service, and we're very intentional about our vision and mission, and we love to read that together each week as setting the tone. So would you read this along with me? Our vision is revealing the power of love. And the way we reveal the power of love is through our mission, and please read that along with me. Our mission is, we teach spiritual living, we live spiritual teaching. We always like to give you an example of how we walk that mission out, and there's no shortage of how we do that. Today, we're going to talk about the outreach team. For the next quarter, we're excited to partner with a wonderful new organization called the Justice Center. And we're very fortunate today to have a guest with us, Executive Director Dean Scheinhardt. He's from the Justice Care, and he's here to share a little bit about how he's going to partner with us and supporting that. Please give me a warm welcome for Dean.
Good morning. My name is Dean Scheinhardt. As Ralph said, I'm the Executive Director of Justice Center. And I've been here about 25 minutes, and this is an amazing place. I'm going to have to come back again. So Justice Center is the only organization, at least in Arizona and maybe beyond, that exclusively serves seniors 55 and older who are experiencing homelessness. And that distinction is really important because there are plenty of organizations that work with seniors, there are plenty of organizations that work with the homeless community, but we're at the intersection. And our members, we call our clients members to give them a sense of belonging and accountability and empowerment. They're the most vulnerable in our community, and I'm looking around the room and I'm gonna make a judgment that about 50% of the audience is 55 and older, including myself. And it could be any of us, a perfect storm of physical and mental health challenges, substance abuse, domestic violence, losing a job, a divorce. And it's amazing the people that walk through the doors. And there's a tremendous amount of gratitude that goes through our organization because we're a family. The staff, our members are a family. And we provide a very high-touch approach that they need. And we have a day center at 10th Avenue in Jefferson where we serve meals. We have showers, we have laundry facilities, we have care coordination, and at the core of everything is to help our members find transitional or permanent housing. So we have great outcomes. You know that there's a severe shortage of affordable housing here in town, but we have relationships with landlords, and we have our own transitional housing program, and we housed over 125 people last year. And we have amazing volunteer opportunities. I could see everybody here has a lot of energy. We have an extended care initiative where we make weekly visits to the members that we've housed to make sure that they're not lonely, that they are getting used to living on their own, that they're not feeling depressed, and we bring a care package of food and household staples and hygiene kits to them every week. You can serve meals, you can help us make sandwiches. If you're an accountant, you can help me with the bookkeeping. If you're a fundraiser, you can help me with the fundraising. We have a very lean staff, but we all wear different hats. So thank you very much for the opportunity to present.
Thank you for sharing about your inspiring work, Dean. And I encourage you to drop in at the concierge table in the social hall after service to meet Dean and find out specific ways that you can help support them. So that's a little bit about us at NVC. I'd like to learn a little bit more about who's in the audience or who might check in online. We have a tradition that we like to welcome our new members, people who are here for the first time, or if you're here maybe the second or third time. The way we like to do that is to give you some love through applause. And if you'd like to get a little piece of that, won't you stand now and let us acknowledge you? We consider ourselves to be a very open, inclusive community, and whether you stood or whether you didn't, whether you checked in online, this place is open to you. There's a place for you here. If you chose not to stand, I invite you to meet me after service. I'll be at a welcome table with a welcome packet and a small gift for you. And now I have a powerful reading for you. This is an amazing poem. I have to take a breath before I start. It's called Invitation to Brave Space. It was inspired by Beth Strano's Unnamed poem. Together we will create a brave space because there's no such thing as safe space. We exist in the real world. We all carry scars and we all have caused wounds. In this space, we seek to turn down the volume of the outside world. We amplify voices that fight to be heard elsewhere. We call each other to more truth and love. We have the right to start somewhere and continue to grow. We have the responsibility to examine what we think we know. We will not be perfect. The space will not be perfect. It will not always be what we wish it to be, but it will be our brave space together, and we will work on it side by side. Thank you. We're so blessed. Such a beautiful, I love the space here today. And we can exemplify that space through our music ministry. And we're so blessed today to have Riley as our musical guest. Would you please help me welcome Riley?
When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. There's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? And I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't wanna be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we didn't intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. Had to learn how I got and what I'm not and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, still looking up. I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough enough. We got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
So we've made it to the end of July, which is a key thing to keep in mind if you're living in the Valley of the Sun or some other place that is roughly the temperature of the surface of the sun. There's still a little bit of summer left, but we're going to make it. And all through the month of July, we've been talking about our theme, which has been whole no matter what. And what wholeness means, and what that means on the inside of ourselves, what it means in our physical bodies and our mental bodies and in our relationships, and working toward how this affects the whole planet, the allness of humanity and beyond. And we've been asking the question over and over, how do we create a world that works for everyone and all of creation? Which is our Centers for Spiritual Living global vision. How do we do that? And we've talked about how we connect to that space on the inside of ourselves for ourselves. Last week we talked about connecting to it and how we personally think about others and how we process about others so we can show up more fully. And today we're going to talk about how we behave with others in order to be a space where everyone in all of creation has access to this idea of a place, a world that values all of who we are. All of who we are and all of who we are. Felt like an acting exercise. All of who we are. All of who we are. You know, when Ralph was talking about this idea of we see ourselves as a community, the New Vision Center, as very welcoming, as considering everyone. He used the word member for very first time visitors to our community because that's how we see it here. If you come ever, if you tune in ever, if you think warmly of New Vision Center in your heart, we consider you a member of our extended community. All of you and all of you. So how do we do that? How do we rearrange the way we've been conditioned by life to become people who hold that level of space for ourselves and one another? And that's what this talk is about. And the first step is accepting all of ourselves. Because isn't that just the way it goes? That all healing work starts right here. All of it. Healing the planet, healing the country, healing the continent, healing the Argentinian soccer fans who are having a real rough couple weeks, friends. My stepkids are half Argentinian, and we've had to hold some space this week for them. It all starts with healing ourselves because we don't have a prayer of making that space for others if we aren't tuned into ourselves. And so it makes perfect sense to me, and I hope you will go along on this ride with me for this little witchy pagan science of mind minister. You can take the girl out of the circle, but you can't take the circle out of the girl. To talk about the Hermetic law of correspondence, which is probably familiar to you, even though you probably haven't ever heard the phrase, the Hermetic law of correspondence. And what it says is, as above, so below. And it states that the microcosm, the individual, and the macrocosm, the universe, are connected and reflect each other. So we could just as easily say, as below, so above. What we are is reflected out there. And what is out there is reflected in here. Now, this may feel like, oh, Leslie's on another one of her wild tears. And yeah. But also, in case you need me to recontextualize it into science of mind conveniently, Ernest Holmes had a thing for the Hermetic law of correspondence, and this is my evidence from the what we believe statements, or also known as the Declaration of Principles. he said this: "We believe in the incarnation of the one Spirit in all humankind, and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. As above, so below. As within, so without." And so it's important that we really anchor in to this idea of recognizing wholeness no matter what on the inside of ourselves first. Now, that's what Reverend Karen's talks were about. So it's not like this is new news, but we can't get to the end of the road or the beginning of the end of the road until we reset our minds. That it's important to, as I would say to many of you one-on-one, be kind to my friend. Say nice things about my friend. Take good care of my friend, and you are my friend. It hurts my heart when you are unkind with yourself. Now, this doesn't mean that we are perfect in the human sense, that we don't mess up, because, oh my loves, we do. There's a reason Ralph read that poem today. We will screw it up. We will. We got to shake off this idea that there is such a thing as never, ever stepping on someone's toes or saying the wrong thing or not knowing a thing we ought know. That fear, like we talked about last week, keeps us from trying. We do not have to be perfect, but we do have to be aware. We have to be awake to our role in this greater thing called humanity. There are two major steps between becoming aware of our own wholeness and walking out a world, at least within the 5 feet all the way around yourself. That world that is safe and loving for everyone and all creation. And those two steps are accountability and boundaries. Everybody's favorite topics. Yay! Woo! But they're so important, they're too important to skip. Next week starts the month of fun, the month of joy. So you can hold on to that in case any of this feels, a little heavy. The path to it not feeling heavy is making friends with it. So we're going to start that process here together today. Taking accountability. So in order to move into this area, we get to lay down one really heavy, yucky lie that on some level we are probably all carrying. Before I say the lie, I'm going to tell you it's not your fault that you think this. You were conditioned in culture to think this. But you get to decide if you're going to think this after this. And it is the lie that minorities orbit around the majority. That blackness exists in orbit to whiteness. That gayness exists in orbit to straightness. That disabled bodies orbit around healthy bodies. And every other possible form of micro-community you can imagine. This shows up as saying, oh, I'm not disabled, I'm normal. It also shows up as, how could I possibly have known that? It shows up as, well, if they want us to get along with them, then they should just fall in line with how we do it. Take a breath. It's not a minority person's job to make the majority feel comfortable. It's not. We think it is, whatever area in which someone might be in the majority. I remember my dad when I was a little kid. My dad and I went rounds about a lot of this stuff as I was growing up. And he would say things like, well, if they want to be taken seriously in the NBA, why do they have those stupid haircuts? Anybody ever heard something like that? They want to get a job. Why are they getting all those tattoos? Oops. To this day, the poor man has Alzheimer's, and he can't remember anything. And he gets to have a new meltdown every time I come over about the tattoo that's been there for 11 years. And he kind of enjoys it, I think. It is not anyone's job to make us feel comfortable. It's not anyone's job to make you feel comfortable. But we like to feel comfortable, right? I understand, I've said this from the platform before, I understand when people say, I love going to New Vision Center and being surrounded by like-minded people. I can relax and be myself. And I can, on one hand, smile and agree that that does feel lovely. And then remind gently that if that is the priority, then we're not inclusive at all. We're inclusive of people who are like us. And when not like us starts showing up, ooh, I don't know if they fit in here. I don't know if they're gonna last. Ooh. If we have that mindset, are they? No, because that's not welcoming and inclusive. It is not their job to make us comfortable. It is our job to live in alignment with who we say we are, with who we think we are, here at New Vision Center and out in the world. If inclusive, loving, belonging, welcoming lives in your heart as an identifier, then it's your job to live up to that. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. I hear that so often. I've said it, I don't know how many times before someone lovingly called me in and said, whew, it's your job to find where to start. A really good place to start, I'll give you a few. One good place to start is recognizing that intent does not outweigh impact. That's not how I meant it. You know how I am. I would never mean to hurt your feelings, right? But that doesn't take anything away from the feelings that are hurt. It doesn't take anything away from the boundary that you have built that is not a healthy boundary, but is a barrier. So just recognizing that oh my gosh, but no, I didn't mean it that way. We can skip that whole part of the conversation. We can just let that go because they know. It's your friend, a member of your community. They know you are not actively trying to harm them, I hope. And if not, wow, we need a whole different conversation. But it doesn't take away the wound. And too often, that's the apology by itself. I didn't mean it like that. Friends, that's not an apology. That's not what an apology is. We will mess this up. And we have to be willing to actually take accountability. So the next step is learning to actually apologize. I do not know how this doesn't get taught in kindergarten. It just doesn't. Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry you bit your brother. Say it. Say it. Say it like you mean it. I'm sorry, but I'm going to bite you again later. Thank God I don't have any brothers. Whew. There are 3 important steps to an apology, and it's not an apology if we skip any of them. The first one is to take responsibility. I did that. I messed up. I said this thing. I meant something different than what I said. That's on me. I'm sorry. The second one is to express remorse. I know that this hurt you. I am deeply apologetic, so very sorry that you were hurt by what I did or said. And the third one is to commit to change your behavior out loud for real. I will do X to make sure that does not happen again. Whether that's read a book, learn a thing, make different choices with my words. That's an apology. How many times have you been in an argument with someone and they say, I'm sorry, and you hear in your head, I really want this conversation to stop. That's what that I'm sorry meant. And they'd say, I apologize. Can't you just let it go? And you can't, because it doesn't feel complete. This is why it doesn't feel complete, because it's not. Because it's not complete. But if someone says to you, I take complete responsibility for the thing I did or said that was hurtful. I am so sorry that you are hurt. I am so sorry I did the thing that hurt you. This is what I'm going to do to make sure that I don't hurt you in this way again or anybody else. Then you have a choice. I will reconnect with this person or I will not. I will forgive them or I will not. But I will know that all the way down, they actually apologized. It feels different. If this is new information to you, take a deep, deep breath and know that you are a droplet of changing this planet. Every person who hears this and really understands it, really gets it, is a droplet in changing the planet. The third step in taking accountability is accepting the responsibility of self-education. Imagine with me that you and, we'll say, 15 other human beings decided to go live on planet Zork as a delegation to planet Zork. And they're excited to get the humans, right? Oh, finally, the diversity we've been looking for. We have some humans, and we get to love on them, and they're going to love on us. Yeah, right? So exciting, so exciting. And you get there, and you find out that one of their Zorkian traditions is to greet someone by pinching their upper arm and shaking it vigorously. Right? And this is a surprise. And by like day 2, your arm is so bruised. The next Zorkian that approaches you, you're like, nope, that's fine. I don't want to be friends. We can say hello from over here. Protect my arm. But then this arm's exposed. Zorkian after Zorkian, you explain humans don't have that bony covering over their upper limb the way Zorkians do, so that it hurts. It hurts us. So please find a different way to greet me. And then you meet another Zorkian, and you meet another Zorkian, and you meet another Zorkian, and you meet it's a whole planet full of Zorkians with their wonderful, loving. At some point, most people would fatigue of explaining to every Zorkian that we do not have the bony protuberance over the upper limb that protects us from the pain of the love wiggle, the pinch of presence. And you might start to think, have they not checked Wikipedia about humans? It says right there, rule number 1 with humans, don't pinch the upper arm. It really, really hurts. There was a documentary on it on ZPS, that's Zorkian Public Service. There are jokes about it in the sitcoms, humans with their super tender arms. And right? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. You didn't tell me. I didn't know. How could I know? This is the experience of every minority population ever, forever, and ever. It is not the job of a minority person to educate you, to be your college professor in the thing you don't understand. If we want to be the loving, welcoming, inclusive people that we obviously do want to be, it's our job to get educated. And guess what? There's Wikipedia and social media and books and audiobooks and documentaries and the very limited number of wonderful educators in the minority community that do want to share. It's all findable. If we go looking to understand the person we wish to love before we pinch their arm very hard, or touch their hair, or comment on their weight, or make a comment about their food, or, that list goes on forever. And the truth is, we don't need to know that humans don't have the bony protuberance over their arm. We just need to know that they don't want that behavior. We don't need to understand why someone doesn't want commentary on their weight. It doesn't really matter if it's because they have a history of an eating disorder, or they're just exhausted from the yo-yo dieting, or they've finally kicked the habit of the diet culture. It doesn't matter. That's just not what they want. It's just not what they want, and that's okay. Recognizing that intent does not outweigh impact, and learning to apologize and accepting the responsibility of self-education sets us up to actually be that loving, welcoming presence. That in our hearts we know we are capable of, and in our teaching we know we are called to, right? So last week we talked about bridges. And today I want to talk about boundaries as bridges. For anyone who wasn't present for last week's talk, we talked about bridging as the opportunity to move from one mindset into an accepting, open, loving mindset that includes someone who has previously been outside of our sphere of experience, includes them into our sphere of experience. How can we live in a way that opens that up and truly stretch? I think of Reverend Karen Einhaus making this shape with her arms so often. Gets those arms all the way around everyone. So how can we use a boundary as a bridge? So right away, I hear the word, or I say the word boundary, and oop, we've lost 10% of you. Oh my God, another talk on boundaries. I hate this. If that's you, take a breath. Prentice Hemphill, who wrote the book of the month, you've heard us, we've been quoting it all month. He said, boundaries are the distance at which I can love you and me simultaneously. You know, where I can take care of myself and my own needs, and you and your needs. And there is space for love. And really digging into this means laying down the idea, the false belief that boundaries are inherently unloving or controlling. We have that idea because we've probably, most of us, had experiences where we present a boundary and we get, oh, it's always something with you. It's always something with you. What now? I guess, I'm not quoting anyone in particular. I guess I'm just the worst mother in the world, or father, or teacher, or friend. Oh, I guess you just think I'm awful. No, I think you didn't hear my boundary. Boundaries are not unloving. They are not controlling. They are clarity. And if we have learned even one thing from Brené Brown, it is that clear is kind. The reason I think we struggle so much with boundaries in our culture is because we don't know what they are. We're as bad at knowing the definition of boundaries as we are at knowing the definition of apologies. We fixed apologies, let's fix boundaries. So there are 3 steps to boundaries as I see them, and we have a slide that's going to guide us through those 3 steps. That's a beautiful slide. This is the one I was wanting. It was a beautiful slide. I love that slide. So here's how boundaries look. I make a request. Please, when you meet me, don't pinch my arm. It hurts, right? I don't have the bony protuberance. It's uncomfortable. Thank you. Second step. If you do that, I'm going to need to not have you touch me at all. Or if you do that again, I won't be coming to visit you again because it's painful. See, if you do not meet the request, then I will do whatever. And then third, enforcing the boundary consistently. Now you're going to notice it doesn't mean they enforce the boundary by behaving or not behaving. They're going to do that. That's not really the part of it. That's theirs. You don't have any control over that. They're going to do what they're going to do. They will either honor your boundary or they won't. But we, the boundary setter, must enforce the boundary consistently. Or it doesn't work. It doesn't mean anything. If we say, if you pinch my arm upon greeting, I'm going to have to not get within pinching range of you when we are together. And they say, oh, it's always something with you. I can't feed you poison. I can't pinch your arm. I can't hit you with the car. Gosh, your expectations are insane. When I was young, when I was coming up, we just took it. We just took the sore arm. We took it as a badge of courage. I had a bruise on my arm for 17 years, and it showed I was tough. I could get along in the world. How are you going to even live in this world with your boo-boo arm? It's a little too close to home, isn't it? Oh. And here's the bummer of it all. If we don't enforce that boundary even once, it's not a boundary anymore because they won't believe us. And then we've just shot the whole thing. We have to be the ones that are brave enough and strong enough to do the thing we have said we will do each and every time. That's enforcing the boundary. If you talk badly about people of another race in my presence, I will leave. And then when they do so, because they will, because, nobody likes to challenge something like a rule, you actually pack up your knitting and hit the road, Jack. And they might be right behind you. Oh, come on, you know I didn't mean it, but you got to go. You got to do it. It usually only takes once of actually enforcing the boundary. Maybe 2-3 times. It doesn't take very long. People are smart. We're good at learning. So let's flip it around. Somebody asks you, hey, could you please not, I don't want to say pinch my arm again. I want to use a real example. Could you please not congratulate me on not using my cane anymore? It makes me feel like it's not okay when I do use it, and sometimes I need it. And they say, oh, well, it's normal. It's normal to think it's better for you to be healthy and be able to walk without a cane. That's weird. You're weird. Fair. Okay, I'll be weird. That's fine. Could you please not do that? If you do, I will visit with you less because it doesn't feel safe. If you do, I will leave your presence. What do you do? What do you do? If you have that feeling that you're right to feel like it's good and right to want someone to be able to walk unaided, but they've said it hurts them when you point out that it's better for them to not use it. What do you do? The question is not about who's right. The question is, do you love the person in front of you enough to make that adjustment? That's the only question. Do you love that person enough to make that shift? And if you don't, then when the boundary is enforced, you've lost nothing because you didn't love them enough to have them be in your presence. And that's okay. But be honest about what happened. This is not something that happened to you. This is something you chose. I cannot flip through TikTok without seeing family members not speaking to each other, without seeing friendships that have broken apart over politics, over interpersonal relationships, over comments about weight or education level or money or whatever boy, whatever person is dating, right? It's constant. It's everywhere. And that's just a reflection of the greater community. All of us know somebody who is completely not speaking to someone in their family or previously post friend group. We all do. Many of us are those people. I have been that person. What we've talked about today is the path back. Do you love the person enough to take accountability, to learn how to actually fully apologize, to educate yourself, to honor your own boundaries enough to enforce them, and to honor other people's boundaries? Only you know that answer. And I invite you to ask it often and honestly. And so this week, there's always an invitation, right? This week, here's your invitation. Consciously and intentionally engage in something that makes you question your assumptions, that takes you outside of what fits easily into your understanding. The kind of thing that you might get wrong. The kind of thing that you might not have self-educated yourself about. And look for the bridging opportunity. Pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to the language you're using in your mind, the things that you're saying in conversation. Where is your opportunity to demonstrate that your love is bigger than your need to be right or your need to stay in the place where you have been? This is the invitation. I hope that you will take it. And so it is. So let's anchor this in with some prayer, because we're going to need it, right? Oh, how good it is to remember that there is only one. That in all of this sense of separation and others and difference, that in truth, there is only one divinity, one power, one presence, and that it is all that is and all who is. Each is an expression of divine perfection, exactly as it is. That's the truth of myself, that is the truth of everyone within the sound of my voice through all of space and time. It's the truth of everyone everywhere. And this truth of unity is bigger than this weak sauce concept of sameness. Unity does not mean uniformity. It means a oneness so complete that it can wrap its arms around every possible differentiation, every beautiful piece of diversity that the divine has dreamed into beingness. It is the pure and perfect love that is unconditional, and a remembering that every difference is just a condition, an effect, an outpicturing of the divine. When our love is unconditional, it means that that love is bigger than any difference, and that bigness can power our growth, our learning, our wisdom, our kindness, our inclusivity, our welcoming of diversity, our depth, our good. And so what I know is that every single beloved everywhere is in that light of the divine, that the wholeness that has always been true is showing up for each and every one of us as exactly what is needed, that a mighty healing is happening on the inside of each of us and rippling out into the greater world. That wholeness, no matter what, is the truth of life, showing up as deep friendships, consideration, loving kindness, celebration of the differences, and willingness to honor one another's boundaries. That Spirit is right there, making that easier with every breath. I'm so grateful to know this truth, to know we do nothing alone. Spirit is always right there. And I let it be released into the action of universal law as we say together, and so it is.
I'll be your bridge or troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, my friends, it is one of many opportunities to get involved here at the New Vision Center, and what we call the offertory, or the great givingness, is your opportunity to decide what is yours to give this day. And so I just invite you into a little contemplation. How is it yours to serve in this community? You can find out online or by talking to Jerry Barbin, our Director of Sacred Service Ministries. Trust me, she's got a job for you. What is it yours to give in prayerfulness? Are you including New Vision Center and all who call her home in your friends or in your prayer life? You're sure invited to do that. And what is yours to give financially? All of that comes together to create this community that we've built together and continue to build together. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to let you know we have added a third container. Frank, could you gesture beautifully? Of course you can. We've added a third container. So this half of the sanctuary, I address you personally. You are invited to come up through this aisle and then split and to whichever container you choose, and then to go out through the other aisles and return to your seats. As much as I love to see the great shoehorning of the mighty hug of 2026 that seems to want to happen right here, we're going to see if those hugs can be moved, maybe to the outer ring on your way back to your seat. Yes? This half of the community, you already are doing it. It doesn't make you better. It just makes this half a little bit bigger. There are more chairs on this side. Yes, we can do this. I believe in us mightily. I do. So I invite you to take a representation of that which is yours to give to your heart. And just repeat after me. This gift I give is love in action. I give it in joy. I know that I am deeply blessed. And so I gratefully give. And I speak a blessing over every prayer, every moment of service, every single penny that comes in, knowing that it is utilized for the good of our mission, teaching spiritual living and living spiritual teaching, that it ripples out through our outreach partners into the community in a way that shows, that deeply reveals the power of love. I call it all profoundly, profoundly good, and so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Oh, I do feel blessed. And Zorkians, you're welcome here too. That was a beautiful talk about self-responsibility. Thank you, Reverend Leslie. So many ways to be connected here at New Vision Center. We have an opportunity to chat with each other, to chat about today's talk at the social hall for Munch and Mingle, and there's an online Munch and Mingle as well, so feel free to connect. And there's my voice back. All right, so let's see if we've got the youth and family ready to come in. And while they're making their way, can I have the ministers and the practitioners in service come on up onto the platform with me? And while they're on their way, if you'd like prayer, come on to the prayer zone. After.
Thank you. Good morning. So our affirmation today was, I think loving thoughts and grow stronger every day. We read the book, I Think I Am, that showed examples of negative thoughts and how we could switch our thinking to a more positive thought to change our day. And Addie is going to start off our prayer. I will read our prayer. God is love, I am love. I know the words I think and speak can change my day. I am grateful for my friends, family, and all the love that surrounds me. We release this prayer, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you. I'll say one more thing about our prayer zone. It's welcome to anyone after service, and there doesn't have to be anything heavy on your heart. We even have prayers for celebration, so there is a practitioner waiting to help celebrate your life or help you with whatever you'd like. And now I'd like to invite you all to stand with me as we do our final benediction. Would you repeat after me? Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. I claim it. I am it. Thank you, life. And so it is.
Let it shine.